Hello and welcome. This is Chad Lilly from the Safety Coach Academy, looking at our Safety Moments series, and we're on series number 5, the need for consistency. And this is key. There's two key elements in safety that's missing and two key elements that's holding us back, and that's trust and consistency. So we need to work on this right across the board in the industry, not just on particular projects. And consistency is the first one we can actually work on, which hopefully further down the line will build that trust. So something we do need to be consistent with is our environment. People grow to their environment. I mean, even through our DNA, we're 2/5 DNA, 3/5 environment. As in, if you could take a child from Southampton on the south coast of England and at a very young age, a couple of months old, and you took that child over to live in China, that child would grow up speaking Chinese in a Chinese accent because it will grow to its environment. So we need to look at how we shape our environments. And there's a common trend that's come in we're starting to get more used to using, but I think it detracts from what we really want to do. And that's when we look at global rules versus RAMs, the risk assessments and method statements. And we forget that the actual risk assessment is a legal document that actually we've gone out and looked at the task and done the risk assessment on it, and then we work out the method statement, how we're going to go about doing it. So then we introduce these global rules, and some of them are like this. We will have to have the hat and all the mandatory things that are coming on. And as we touched on before, the mechanics. So we keep adding to it. Even nowadays, a lot of the sites now, it's including chin strap on the hard hat. And I've challenged this before. Is why are we now on the chin strap? It's like, well, there was a guy on the roof in windy conditions that his hat blew off and it caused a problem. It's like, well, surely the risk assessment says when we're working on a roof in windy conditions, then that's when we use the chin strap, not 100% of the time. I mean, surely safety cannot just be about putting your glasses on, wear a chin strap, wear a pair of gloves, out looking at the right pair of gloves. So please don't get me wrong, PPE is an important element, but we get locked in the thinking of PPE is the key element. It's the last line of defence. Let's design out the risk, let's manage out the risk, let's plan out the risk as much as we can and take time to do the RAMs properly. I mean, there are times wearing a hard hat where the hard hat becomes the hazard. I mean, if you're working in a ceiling void around services, you should be wearing a bump cap, not a hard hat. But the global rules are stopping us from doing this. There are times when you're driving a dumper in the rain that the glasses are now the hazard. And someone's said to me before, but you need the glass on because of dust coming off the dumper. Well, if it's raining, there's no dust. So let's look at it again. Let's plan it properly. Not just say someone you must wear glasses, and then there's all the reasons why they can't. Wearing gloves. Gloves, I think, are a great thing, but let's get the right gloves for the right task. Let's not have a discussion of gloves or no gloves. It's now the discussion of what's the right pair of gloves. So sometimes you need the heavy gauge ones for what you're doing, and other ones you need fingerless ones for the dexterity of terminating cables. So we need to start looking at the risk assessments properly and taking our time to do that. That's the legal document. And get rid of these global rules because they don't work across the board and they're actually causing an issue where do we do the RAMs or do we do the global rules? And we're trying to muster the two together and they contradict each other at times. So if you want you guys to take safety seriously, then start by you taking it seriously. Let's look at the RAMs, let's do it properly, let's plan the task out, and let's send people home safer than when they came in. If you like the messages we share here, please follow us on the following channels or call us for further information. Thank you.